Hi, it's Hunter Rush Miss Heritage, and today instead of reading a book to you, I'll be reading some of the poems by Shel Silverstein in his book, Where the Sidewalk Ends. So I'm just reading a few that I picked out in a row, and I hope you enjoy. The first one's called Jimmy Jet and his TV set. I'll tell you the story of Jimmy Jet, and you know what I tell you is true. He loved to watch his TV set almost as much as you. He watched all day, he watched all night, till he grew pale and lean, from the early show to the late show and all the shows between. He watched till his eyes were frozen wide, and his bottom grew into his chair, and his chin turning into a tuning dial, and his antenna grew out of his hair, and his brains turned into TV tubes, and his face to a TV screen, and two knobs saying Bert and Horace grew where his ears had been. And he grew a plug that looked like a tail, so we plugged in little Jim, and now instead of him watching TV, we all sit around and watch him. Early bird. Oh, if you're a bird, be an early bird, and catch the worm for your breakfast plate. If you're a bird, be an early bird, but if you're a worm, sleep late. Sky seasoning. A piece of sky broke off and fell through the crack in the ceiling right into my soup, kerplop. I really must state that I usually hate lentil soup, but I ate every drop. Delicious, delicious, a bit like plaster, but so delicious, goodness sake, I could have eaten a lentil soup lake. It's amazing the difference a bit of sky can make. The Farmer and the Queen. She's coming, the farmer said to the owl. Oh, what shall I do? Shall I bow when she comes? Shall I twiddle my thumbs? The owl asked, who? The queen, the royal queen. She'll pass the farm today. Shall I salute? He asked the horse. The horse said, nay. Shall I give her a gift? He asked the wren. A lovely memento for her to keep, an egg or a peach or an ear of corn. The wren said, cheap. But should I curtsy or should I cheer? Oh, here's her carriage now. What should I do? He asked the dog. The dog said, bow. And so he did, and so she passed. Oh, tra-la-la-la. She smiled, and she did. He told the sheep. The sheep said, bah. Pancake. Who wants a pancake? Sweet and piping hot. Good little Grace looks up and says, I'll take the one on top. Fresh off the griddle. Terrible Teresa smiles and says, I'll take the one in the middle. My dad? Smart. My dad gave me $1 bill because I'm his smartest son, and I swapped it for 2 shiny quarters because 2 is more than 1. And then I took the quarters and traded them to Lou for 3 dimes. I guess he don't know that 3 is more than 2. Just then along came old blind Bates, and just because he can't see, he gave me 4 nickels for my 3 dimes, and 4 is more than 3. And I took the nickels to Hiram Coombs down at the seed feed store, and the fool gave me 5 pennies for them, and 5 is more than 4. And then I went and showed my dad, and he got red in the cheeks and closed his eyes and shook his head, too proud of me to speak. And that's all the poems for today. I hope you enjoyed. This is one of my shorter, quicker videos, something that I hope brightens your day.